I'm Betty Sheridan, and I'm here with Regina Bell. And today we're going to be talking about Jyutsu and a flow that anyone could do for themselves as a means of a daily way to help their body and their energy to be in balance. It's called the Main Central Universal Harmonizing Energy Flow, and it corresponds energetically and physically most commonly with the whole spinal column, and energy locks along one spinal column. To do this flow, you need both your right and left hand. And how it works is that your right hand is placed at the center of your head, sort of in the occiput area. What you're feeling for here is a slight pulse, or a pulsation. You might feel it after you let your hand there and take some time to breathe. Do you feel a pulse? Now, the second step of the flow is for your left hand to be placed to the center of your eyebrows. And these spots, if anyone are familiar with body chakras, sort of resemble the 7 chakras that are within one's body. What this is the thought concept is that energy flows in through one's head and will go down through one's whole body, makes actually 8 figures throughout your whole body and come back up to the top. It's an energy circuit, if you would. So when you have your hand on your head and on the center of your eyebrows, you're feeling for a common pulse between those 2 sites. So you take a minute and just be in a relaxful mode. It's a very soothing thing. You might even fall asleep throughout the process. When you feel that the pulse at both sites are in harmony, it's time to move on to the next step of the flow. And your right hand will always stay on the top of your head, and your left hand will move down through the steps until the very end of the flow, which you'll see. The next step, Regina, is for you to move your left hand to the tip of your nose. And again, you're just going to keep this position until you feel the pulsing of energy to both spots that may be a regular rhythm or a regular beat. Would you say you feel that?
Yes.
Okay, and you could spend 5 minutes in a spot, you could spend 10 minutes in a position. Really, it's what feels comfortable, and when you feel a need to move on to the next spot. Generally 3 to 5 minutes is a good time frame. The next step is for your left hand to go to the center of your throat, or your voice box, and that's fine. You can use multiple fingers, you can use one finger, you could just place your hand over that spot, whatever is comfortable for you. And the next step now is moving down to your sternum and to the center of your sternum. And again, you're just asking the energy to line up along this whole line in the front of your body, which there is a belief that in this Japanese form of energy work, so what's in the front is in the back, what's above so is below, what's on the right is so on the left. It's all about balance. And within our bodies, if we're trying to work with balancing the energy in the front of us, it's affecting the back in a way, because energy comes down the front of you and up the back of you is the thought that is the flow of energy throughout one's body. So the next step after the center of your sternum would be actually at the base of your sternum, where that little process is ending, and there's a U there. You feel that right here? And for purposes of the demonstration, we're moving a little quicker. When you're doing this yourself, again, spend as much time on any one spot that you feel comfortable with. Okay, the next spot is for your left hand to be over your belly button area. And now the last, next to last step of the flow would be for your left hand to move over your pubic bone. You can hold your pubic bone. You could just hold your hand over top, whatever you're comfortable with. And at the same time, this is almost the end of the flow, and it would be a closure. You're starting at the top of your head. The right hand now will come down to your coccyx, or the base of your spine. And that is so connecting energy starting at the top to the end and then through the back. It's a closure step in the flow. And the whole flow is just supposed to, again, balance energy throughout one's whole body. There is a belief or a thought process that if you practice this art and this main central universal harmonizing energy flow every day of your life for 7 years, that at the end of that practice, you wouldn't have a care in the world. So thank you for demonstrating.
Thank you.
Do you feel relaxed?
Yes, I do.
Again, now if a practitioner was doing this, instead of Regina holding the spots, the practitioner would be holding those same spots.